So, Merry Christmas, people. It is Christmas Day. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day with their friends, family, loved ones, whatever it is you're doing. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, listen, have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. And I want to say a massive, massive thank you to each and every single one of you that has subscribed to my channel in the last 12 months or so since I set this up. We're well over 32,000 subscribers now. And it's going from strength to strength. The views are lit, the subscriptions are lit. The likes, the comments, you guys are absolutely mad, and the support has been properly overwhelming. So thank you very much. Big 2020 coming up. I've got a lot in the pipeline. That'll be announced as and when. But we're going to get into the daily transfer update. Just because it's Christmas Day, it doesn't stop the transfer rumours. Mikel Arteta and the boys are in training as I record this video at about 12 o'clock. They're in training right now. We do have a game tomorrow. I will be doing a watch along for that game, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled tomorrow. Make sure the notification bell is on. More importantly, make sure the notifications are on your iPhone or Android or whatever it is you're using it on. Otherwise, you will not get the notification, even though you've turned it on the channel. But we're going to start off with Ousmane Dembele. No, not that one. We're going to start off with the one that is currently playing for Lyon. Now, it seems like we've gone back to the summer because the players I'm going to speak about in this over the next 10 minutes or so, we were linked to all three of these in the summer. But Lyon has said to be open to offers, and it's not going to be cheap to get him, don't get me wrong. But in the wake of the Aubameyang story, the Lacazette story over the last couple of weeks, they're stalling on new contracts. And this guy could be the ideal replacement. He's quick, he's fast, he's strong. He's got a 1-in-2 goal scoring record for Lyon. And he's very young. I think he's still only 23 years old. He's been absolutely superb when he was at Celtic and now at Lyon as well. And the goals just keep flying in. 29 goals, I think it is, in 63 games for Lyon. So, listen, like I said, I think he's got every attribute to succeed in the Premier League. I think he's a typical Arsenal-type player. I think he's a player that would get the fans off their seats. I think he'd actually do really well at Arsenal, if I'm being honest. But I don't think we're going to sign him unless Aubameyang or Laka leave, which, again, they're into the last 18 months of their contracts now, and Raul Sanhaley and Vinay both said that anybody who's in the last 2 years of their contract either renew or get out. So let's see if he sticks to his word. If he does, then we're in the market for a striker. This could be the guy. But like I said, it's not going to be a cheap deal, and it's going to be a deal that's going to be complicated. There's other teams that are involved. Man United want him. Real Madrid want him as well. I see that one yesterday. So there's a lot of teams that are queuing up for his services. And he'll come in with a big wage packet, a big transfer fee. And I'm just hoping that if we did sign him up, that he could hit the ground running. Because, look, we've seen Nicola Pepe come in for a big transfer fee, big wages. And he hasn't really hit the ground running yet. He's been in and out of the team. And that's my only fear with players who come from the French league. I know he done well in Celtic, but again, it was a one-team league. In Lyon, yes, they're nowhere near winning a title. They're not going to win a title. Let's be real. It's PSG wrapping it up every season. But he has done really well out there. And just because you're doing well at Celtic and doing well at Lyon doesn't mean you're going to do well in the Premier League. So, anyway, let me know in the comment section down there whether you would take Ousmane Dembele, the one from Lyon, at Arsenal. Let's move on to another player, and that is Adrien Rabiot. Again, we were linked to this guy all summer, and it just seemed to drag on and on and on. Now, the reports going around at the moment suggest that he is actually welcome to move to Arsenal. He's welcoming that move. I'm not so sure I believe this story, if I'm honest. I think that all summer this just dragged on and on and on, and all summer it was just a case of, let me just go where the most wages is. Obviously, his agent, he sacked, I think it was his mum. He then got a massive signing on fee and stuff like that. And the wages he's on is just absolutely ridiculous. For me, I don't want this guy anywhere near the football club. I think he just smacks of being up his own backside, smacks of arrogance, thinks he's better than he is. That's just how he comes across to me. I'm sure he's a nice guy. But I definitely don't want him at the football club. For me, I think he'll be one of them in the dressing room that would cause a little rift between some of the other players, maybe cause a divide in the camp. I don't want that at the football club, but there we go. Anyway, let's move on to the last one we're going to speak about, and that is Koulibaly. Now, there's a transfer window podcast. I can't remember the name of the guy who was on it, but he was speaking about Koulibaly and the £55 million move. And Arsenal are very, very interested. Now, if it is only £55 million, I say only, there's more money we're all going to see in our lifetime. But if it is £55 million, go and get it done. Wrap that deal up as quick as you possibly can, because this guy is absolutely top class. And again, he's got every attribute to succeed in the Premier League. I think that he's very good aerially. He's very quick. He's well over 6 foot. He's a big, solid guy. You know, he's very physical. Nobody muscles him off the ball. He's very reminiscent of Virgil van Dijk. And I've seen Virgil van Dijk up close when I've been at the games. Virgil van Dijk is a man mountain. The geezer is hench. And Koulibaly's in the same. I've actually seen Koulibaly in the flesh as well when we played Napoli. And he does remind me, body size and frame and structure, very similar to Van Dijk. I think the way that they defend is very similar. And 55 million, let's be real. In the grand scheme of things, he's a world-class centre-back. He's not having the greatest of seasons. Napoli are not having the greatest of seasons. That resulted in Ancelotti getting sacked. He's now at Everton. But they're going to have a fire sale there. And I think that that's somebody we should be looking at. I think that's somebody that we have to go out and go, yeah, we want that guy. Let's go and get it done. Let's get him in the team and let's start building a defence that is capable of challenging for titles later down the road. And listen, he's still young enough. Defenders go on forever. I mean, David Luiz is in his 30s. Socrates is in his 30s. This guy is, I think, 27, 28. He's still got at least 4 more years at the top level. So £55 million to me is just a no-brainer. Especially when you look at the likes of Upamecano. Yes, he's a lot younger, but he's going for around the £70 million mark. I'd rather out of the two maybe go for Koulibaly. He's got that experience. He's had Champions League experience, Europa League experience. Challenged for a title with Napoli, albeit that they fell away at the last hurdle. But I think that he's got a wealth of experience. He's very comfortable on the ball. He can dribble out of defence with the ball. He's very strong in a tackle. He's very good aerially, like I said. His defensive awareness is absolutely superb 9 times out of 10. For me, that has got to be done. That is a guy that has to be wrapped up real quick. And the guy who was on that podcast said it's a fee of around £55 million. Arsenal have put a contact into Napoli. Napoli, as we know, also want Lucas Torreira. Maybe that's somebody we could use as a make weight in the deal. Maybe that's somebody we can say, well, look, you can have Torreira and we'll give you another 30, 40 on top, million on top. And that could be something that we could do. And I do see this deal potentially happening. I think that he will leave. He's open to leaving. He wants to leave Napoli. The reports that this guy was saying on the podcast, he was basically saying that that basically he wants to seek a new challenge. He feels like he can't go any further with Napoli. And I agree with that. Listen, Napoli should have won a title a couple of seasons ago. They did a Liverpool, basically. They bolted with 4 games to go, 3 games to go. Remember Liverpool when they done that? So yeah, I think that he probably has gone as far as he can go with Napoli. They've now got Gennaro Gattuso in there. Maybe he won't get on with him. I don't know. But £55 million, absolute deal. It's a steal. It's the sale of the effing century. Go and get it done. But listen, leave that in the comment section down below as well. Let me know your thoughts on all of them that I've spoke about today. I will be back tomorrow again with a daily transfer update. I will then be doing a starting 11 reaction as well, because obviously we do have a game against Bournemouth. If you haven't checked out my preview for the Bournemouth game, go back and check that out. Go back and check out my Merry Christmas. I'll start that again. Check out my Merry Christmas video that I dropped at midnight. And like I said, thank you to every single one of you. Whether you like my channel, don't like my channel, every single one of you has had an input on my channel, and I've had this for 56 weeks, this channel. It's gone 32,000 plus in 56 weeks and nearly 9 million views, which is just madness. Some channels have been going a lot longer, got a lot more subscribers and don't get anywhere near the traction. So you guys are active, I'm consistent, I try and upload at the same times every day, albeit within 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Of the time I say. I normally end up being late, I know. I'm going to try and work on my punctuality next year. But yeah, listen, thank you very much for the mad love. All have a wicked day, whatever it is you're up to today, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. Whether you celebrated it yesterday on Christmas Eve. I know a lot of people around Europe, a lot of countries celebrate it a day before we do in the UK. And some of you don't even celebrate it. So listen, whatever it is you're doing, I hope you're having a wicked bit of time off. and spending it with your loved ones. So until tomorrow with the daily transfer update and the starting 11 reaction and watch along for the game, I'm out of here.